Germany has decided to bend the knee before China. Talk of China being deemed as a systemic rival has obviously been discounted by Germany's latest decision to open up its largest seaport to Chinese investment. The purchase of the Hamburg port by a Chinese company could open up the possibility of Beijing politically instrumentalizing part of Germany's and Europe's critical infrastructure. This is what the Foreign Ministry of Germany said about Olaf Scholz's deal with China. Despite warnings and by ignoring the opinion of his coalition partners, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz pushed forward with the Chinese investment. However, the port in Hamburg is not just the only critical infrastructure that Germany is opening up for China. The Olaf Scholz government also plans to give control of a semiconductor manufacturing facility to China. The German cabinet allowed China's Costco to buy a 25% stake in a terminal of Hamburg port on Wednesday. Olaf Scholz's party pushed forward with the go-ahead for a Chinese firm to become party to the Hamburg port despite vehement protests from members of the cabinet, including the entire foreign ministry. According to Reuters, the German foreign ministry was so upset over the approval that it drew up a note on the cabinet meeting documenting its rejection. In its cabinet note, the foreign ministry said that the investment, and I quote, disproportionately expands China's strategic influence on German and European transport infrastructure, as well as Germany's dependence on China. The note points to, and I quote, considerable risks that arise when elements of the European transport infrastructure are influenced and controlled by China, while China itself does not allow Germany to participate in Chinese ports. The green light for the Chinese investment in the Hamburg port came ahead of Olaf Scholz's visit to China next week. Evidently, Scholz wants to gain favor with the Chinese president ahead of the visit, which is why he hastily approved the Chinese investment despite protests from his alliance partners. If news of Berlin allowing the Chinese to walk right into the country's largest port is shocking, take this. The Olaf Scholz-led government is set to approve a Chinese takeover of a German company's microchips production facility. This comes despite Germany's intelligence agencies warning the Olaf Scholz government that such a move came with a lot of risks and threats to German security. German outlet Handelsblatt reported on Thursday that the deal was set to get the green light against security advice. Under the deal, the semiconductor manufacturing unit of German firm Elmos will be taken over by a wholly owned subsidiary of China's SAI Microelectronics. The German government says that the technology Elmos uses is old and that there will be no outflow of critical tech to China due to the takeover. However, Germany's security authorities say they are concerned not only about exiting knowledge, but also that China is systematically increasing its chip production capacities. In fact, the chief of Germany's Federal Intelligence Service had just recently warned that China is deliberately buying into strategic industries in order to exert pressure on other countries. Despite such warnings, the German government is going out of its way to please China. Do you think such pro-China moves will backfire spectacularly for Germany? Do let us know in the comments.